everybody. Hello. Yeah, it's on. It is November the 10th, 2019, a Sunday. And hi, this is Wrestleview Weekly. I am Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and co-host of Wrestleview Live alongside the very opaque, never translucent Mike Tedesco, where we cover all of the major WWE pay-per-views immediately following them live here on the Wrestleview channel of the YouTubes. We will be doing such in 2 weeks. Yes, in 2 weeks, when the Survivor Series comes up. And also might be on here the Saturday before to watch some NXT War Games if a certain Adam Martin replies to all of your demands that he and I watch the show live on the YouTubes alongside with yous. I know that is always that was a lot of fun earlier this year with WrestleMania times, and I would love to do it again. Flood his tweeters, flood his Twitters, flood his Facebooks. Get him in the know. Sure, he hasn't been watching wrestling. That's what's going to make it even more fun. If you are in the chat room, let me know now by saying, wee! If you are not in the chat room, you are probably not saying that. You are saying, what the hell are you talking about? Hello, Mashoon. Hello. I saw Andrew in there. Who else is in there? I saw Nafisa Dot in there, I believe. Anyone else in there? Let me know right now. It's okay if you aren't. I completely understand. It's a Sunday. Demetrius, new time. It's possible in Europe. You're damn right, Demetrius. Hello there. Wee! Yes, that's another big positive of me doing this new time and new day is I want to get as many more people involved. Holy hell. I don't mind admitting this right now, but if you haven't been noticing, I've been changing my hair. I've been letting it grow out, and man, do I have a full head of hair for someone who is my age. I am very, very proud to say. All right. Today on the show, we're going to be reviewing some pro wrestling television, not all of it. Okay? Going to just put it that way. Going to be reviewing last week's episode of NXT. Also, last week's taped episode of Smackdown from jolly and depressed England. Lightly tap on some AEW stuff, even though I know Wednesday was the go-home show for Saturday's Full Gear pay-per-view that was last night. Did Doug watch it? No, he did not, but he did tape it. He has got a copy of it. He might watch it. Might watch it with all of you. Live. Sometime. On the Twitch. We'll let you know. It's a keen idea. It's a nice idea, I think. Hey, Jamel. Hello, Jamel. Wee! Yes. So, going to touch lightly on the wrestling television from last week. A lot of headlines to kind of dip through. Some injury news to talk about. The milk carton is small. This is the smallest I have ever seen the WWE milk carton, but we are a week away. Well, specifically 8 days away from a very, very special day, considering the WWE milk carton. And if you have not been following the show, I am very sorry for you. If you've been watching, you know darn well what I'm talking about. Okay, so 8 days away. That's coming up on the WWE milk carton. And then, also, I'm exhausted. I am thoroughly exhausted and overwhelmed and just tired as a professional wrestling fan. I'm just coming right out and saying it. I'm just coming out and saying it. Okay? Just coming out and saying it because I believe that we need to sit down and rear our chairs back and look back right now at all of the changes that have been happening within professional wrestling as a casual professional wrestling fan. And I consider myself that, okay? I guess I'm a casual fan. I mean, I watch wrestling. I got this show going on, and I'm part of a professional wrestling news website. But I still consider myself casual. I'm not diehard. I'm not incredibly opinionated. I'm not furiously tweeting on the Twitters. I am not constantly letting my opinions out there be known. That's what this show here is for. That's why I just give it to you in one big offering. But I understand if you're someone half my age and don't have a full-time job and you're a college student, that this is a great time to be a professional wrestling fan. Totally understand it, okay? Totally get it. But if you're someone my age who's been watching this stuff for over 30 years, about 35 now, 35 years, and you have a full-time job, you have an active social life, you have an active love life, everything is active in your life, it is incredibly difficult being a professional wrestling fan right now because you could feel very overwhelmed. And so, why do we feel that way? Well, I'm going to kind of pour over why you might feel that way and see all of the changes going on right now within professional wrestling. The landscape in totem is what it is. And also to prepare yourselves, it's only going to get worse. Worse or maybe better. Or taxing. I don't know. I don't know what's the best way to put it. There's Nafis. Whee! There he is. Okay. Anyway, on to the show. Oh, yeah. Sources. Today's sources are Sunkissed and Sky Vodka. Those are today's sources. Those are the backups that you just saw for what I've got in the glass. I also made sure to eat lots of food before today's show because the sources hit pretty hard last week. I think it's fair to admit that. But speaking of the sources, so I still have locked predictions to pay on that I owe. This going to the Crown Jewel pay-per-view where I went an abysmal 3-4 out of 7 matches predicted, 3 of those being locks. And as many of you know, as fans of Wrestleview Weekly, or not fans and just stumbling on this show going, what the hell is he talking about? Well, I make predictions on this show, and sometimes I will lock those predictions. If I fail in those predictions that are locks, I wager something. And that wager is a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. Yeah, I hate tequila straight up. That's why I put a lot of effort into my predictions. I put a lot of thought into them. But it's usually when I make the predictions, sometimes I'm paying for previous locks, and then the pebble becomes a boulder. Yeah. I owe 3. I am not going to do 3. I'm not doing 3. Instead, I think we'll just do 2. I think we'll just take 2 out of 3, just so that we have 1 lock to take care of later on. Yeah, I think that's a safe way to go, because I really don't want to be too influenced by my past discrepancies when I'm trying to alleviate from making discrepancies. Yes, I do words. I know words. So here we go. The double shot glass. Here it is from the shot glass I got in Cleveland on my birthday. Pour it out. Here we go. Do it in front of you for integrity. Okay. Set that sucker down. Okay. Yeah. Here I am. This is the part of the show where I procrastinate. Try to keep from taking this, even though I'm a man of integrity and I should be. I adhere to my word. And you never chintz on your wagers, guys. You never chintz on a bet. You never skirt on a bet. Okay? Anything. Okay? No, if you're going to wager something, you mean it. It makes you a stronger person. Makes you a person of honor and dignity. So, man. Well, at least the chaser isn't going to be too bad, I guess. I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be. The silence in the chat room is really disheartening right now. I think everyone right now is just sitting there going, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. Doug's taking the glasses off. He's taking the glasses off. Oh boy, this is going to sting. Oh. Never break a handshake agreement either. Yes, hi Ram, you're in India. I understand you're a big wrestling fan. Yes, you are. Okay. All right. You all know the drill. You all know the slogan. You all know the motto. So here we go. All right, bring up the glass. You all know the drill. Go ahead and say it in the chat. If you're listening, no, you don't need to say anything because I know you're probably just thinking of it and then you're going to laugh afterwards. Here we go. So, here's to me not knowing shit about professional wrestling. Oh, that hit harder than, that hit harder than it should have. Oh. Ah. Oh, God, Jamel, you know nothing about wrestling. Nafis saying that was a nice gifable face you made. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I honestly encourage all of you to make as many GIFs or memes or anything regarding the show. I really don't mind. I will admit, too, last night, while watching some college football and stuff, I dipped into some of our old Wrestleview radio archives. A lot of our sound bites that we had from the old Wrestleview VIP days. You know, I think that was a good 7 to 8 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Was dipping into some of the great memories, I guess you could say. Leave the memories alone. I need a chaser that's not alcohol related here. But yeah, as I was watching the football, I dipped into some of the archives. And I think I may play some of those sometime. Doug, where can we get those? Well, I don't know where you can get them because I have every single episode of Wrestleview Radio that I've ever done alongside Hunter and Adam from way back when. I have them all taped. I have them all on my hard drive. And there are times where I dip into them and try to find little nuggets of joy here and there. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I might get copyrights. Yeah, I could. The YouTube Gestapo could go after ourselves. They could. They very well could. Who knows? Hey, Zan. Hey, Xantrix. Excuse me. See you guys talking about the college football in there. Yes, Alabama lost. There is a God. Penn State losing. That is great. Me, I'm an Ohio State fan, so we're fine. I don't really pay attention to college football that much. I just really had it on because I have weekends off now with my new job, and so football is very foreign to me. Yeah. Jamel, could we get some archive releases for special videos? There are actually some plans that I actually think I'm going to have for these old episodes of WrestleView Radio, and I think what I might do is I might put together, like little YouTube slideshows with the audio and everything. So, yeah, I think that's something I'm probably going to dip into. There are a lot of great sound bites out there. In fact, you know what? I'm just killing time here because there's not a whole lot to cover. There's not a whole lot here to cover for this week. So, you know what? Fine. I'm going to treat you guys to some stuff. Okay? You know what? Yeah, here you go. Let me get into my hard drive here of the WrestleView Radio archives. There we go. Okay. Let me see. I really got a kick out of all of this. I can't remember what the dates are on these, but I think the sound bites that I'm looking at are for the best of Wrestleview Radio from 2012 is what I'm looking at here. Let me see if I can find something here. Let me see. How about we do... Okay, this is radio. This is Fantastic Radio. Fantastic Radio. Hey there, CJ. Whee! Before we dip into the reviews, I'm kind of jumping into the old Wrestleview Radio archives and trying to find some nice little sound bites to play here. Let me see. Oh, God. Okay. I think I'm going to talk about... no, I'm just going to go ahead and play this. You might remember... Jesus Christ. Doug, you're waffling here. You're waffling. Just play something. Okay. Remember WrestleMania 28, I think is what it was? You know, where Adam and myself and Mike Tedesco, we all went to Miami to watch Rock versus Cena for the first go-around. And remember, back at home, where everyone would live at home, Tom Van Stone had a certain ex-pro wrestler completely strapped on cash watching WrestleMania at his home. And so it made for fabulous discussion. And so here you go.
Do you remember that Just Incredible came to his house to watch WrestleMania?
Yeah, how much money does he owe him now?
No, he doesn't owe him any money, but he's been kind of like trying to bum rides off Tom lately. He's going to fucking hate me for bringing this up, but how do I not bring that up?
There's nothing to hate about this. This is actually very
just
amusing.
The idea of him like getting in Tom's car and like the kendo stick bumps the top of the... Oh, sorry, Tom. I'll leave the kendo stick outside.
Oh, shit, this won't fit in your trunk.
What's Linda going to say about this?
It's going to be great.
I'm just imagining what kind of car is
Incredible's trying to bum rides off the top.
See, if I say this, Hunter's going to have a fucking field day with it.
What kind of car does Tom drive? Because I'm imagining the kendo stick sticking out of the passenger seat.
He's gonna fucking hate me. He's not gonna speak to me tomorrow. He's gonna be like, "Why would you fucking say that on the podcast? What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Why the fuck?
It's not that
like
like
an episode of Seinfeld.
It is like a weird episode of Seinfeld.
Like, Tom, because you know what Tom always used to tell me every time we go to Waterbury. Honest to God, I go to Waterbury and we usually go to Applebee's down near the Brass Mill Mall. And we go out to the ROH show afterwards and the whole 9 yards. Well, we drive towards where Tom was living at the time, and we drive through this little Italian neighborhood. He goes, "Oh, but you know who lives here?" I'm like, "Who?" "Just Incredible." Like every time, like he hadn't told me that the last 3 times we were through there. It's like, Just Incredible.
It's come full circle.
He was really excited. He's like, "Yeah, he's on public access all the time. It's awesome, dude. I love Just Incredible." You know, and now it's like he's finally met Just Incredible.
Now they're buddies.
They're buddies.
They're pals. They're amigos.
Like, yeah, Justin's kind of,
And now he's mooching and not giving him gas money.
I think he's trying to mooch rides off of me, dude. That's like something straight out of Seinfeld.
It's amazing. I know.
That is totally a George Costanza.
It's something he should be proud of. Although he's probably going to...
What's like hanging out with Just Incredible? Well...
He's going to fucking hate me so bad.
No, I'm sure he gets along with him swimmingly. But
dude,
as we amplify this into something...
Oh, dude, I'm just waiting for the message at work tomorrow. He's like, "Fuck you." I'm going to just sign into G-Chat. He's going to fuck you.
Just Incredible with a briefcase and opens up
the first thing he says.
No, Justin, by all accounts, they get along well. But that would totally be a great Seinfeld.
It would.
Skit would be.
I told Tom, I said it'd be cool if you got.
Justin Incredible took a We should totally get Justin to do a YouTube video of this.
Either that, or I said you should do like a podcast with Justin as you're watching like a pay per view and record it. I think that'd be hilarious. He said it was really entertaining to watch WrestleMania with him.
Well, that's really what we should do. I mean, I should see if we get YouTube video of me and Tom driving through 2005. Maybe I'll shave down to my goatee for one of the episodes.
Yeah,
realize to it. Just
you're not going to do that. You don't even bet your beard on the Patriots.
We have Just Incredible showing up. We could reenact the whole thing.
Sure.
Justin calling Tom and be like, "Hey, Tom.
Hey, what's up? You want to come over and hang out?"
If you wanted to hang out, dude, you haven't returned my calls. Hunter, Just Incredible nonstop calling me.
It's like annoying at this point.
Wasn't time. There's a check in my mailbox, I think, the other day. Justin, singing songs at times, like Tom's my new best friend.
I'd love to make a jingle about Tom and Justin Credible being friends. It'd be hilarious.
Linda too. Can you imagine you could do like Justin showing up at Tom's house with his Linda McMahon campaign gear on? Like, you ready to go to a standout, bro? We're gonna get out Linda
with his kendo stick in his hand.
I'm just imagining Justin like an 8-year-old kid on a BMX bike with a kendo stick in his hand, doing laps around the cul-de-sac.
Come on, Tom, let's go.
House.
Can Tom come on and play?
Let's go and play by the creek. I found some frogs.
Campaign sign on the end of his kendo stick.
Can you imagine Justin asking Catherine for permission for Tom to come out and play? I found some frogs. Oh, dude, we gotta stop.
See all the night crawlers.
We have to stop. You're not gonna feel the retaliation of this decision I just made. So,
I bet you I will if I try real hard.
Oh, all right. I'll hold on. We're just killing Tom tonight. This is the Kill Tom Van Stone show.
Well, he deserves it. There you
go. Memories. Memories. Can Tommy come out and play Ms. Van Stone? Exactly. Yeah. Memories. But we got to leave the memories alone. Let's get back to reality, the current state of wrestling. Got some reviews to come up for you first. Oh, God. Yeah, I know it's a really horrible segue. Yeah, it's a really bad segue. But it's a segue nonetheless. Find out what all the critters are doing over in Florida ever since they did their little invasions and stuff on the Raws and the Smackdowns. There's an AJ Styles in the ring in Full Sail University fighting a tomato chomper. What the heck is going on here? We are old. Yes, Jamel. Yes, we are. Yeah. Daniel, I understand you said wee, but I was playing something really cool, so I didn't want to interrupt that. Footage is backstage of, first off, gotta mute this. Yes, Undisputed Era is walking around in the back, and then suddenly they get jumped by the Orange County, and they get beat up. We are going to chomp on a blood capsule in 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's either that or he just had a mouthful of French fries and ketchup in his mouth, did Bobby Fish. There he goes into the table with a cooler and water bottles. So, yeah, they are not happy. Yes. They are now in the ring, calling out peoples, calling out everyone to show up. There's Tomato Chomper. Matt Riddle is, are you okay? Yeah, and Keith Lee's with them as well. Okay, Matt Riddle, you're kind of a weird creature right there. Jamel, wrestlers have no peripheral vision. Never have, never will. Never will. Okay, so we're going to have a 6-man tag. It's a Teddy Long special of the Orange County versus Tomato Chomper, Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee. Bro. Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest, part 2 is happening. Moves for the sake of moves. I mean, I guess it was a fun match and everything. And Damian Priest tries to win the match again by trying to do a low blow when the ref ain't looking. But Pete Dunne would beat him to the game on that one. I think we got something of that. Well, no. First, no. But after he would do that, he would snap his fingers and put him in an armbar and yada, yada, yada. But then after the match, Killian Dane came out and beat the hell out of everyone else. Am I okay? CJ asking, am I okay? Well, I'm overwhelmed. Buster Wolf. It's kind of been a weird week. It's been a weird week of professional wrestling. Team Baszler and Team Ripley are the teams so far for the War Games. It's going to be Baszler, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair with Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, and Tegan Nox. They still need to find one other person to be joining them. I don't know what's going on here. Sources today are Sunkissed and Vodka. Dakota Kai's backstage. She's got a match against Shayna Baszler. Fun. Am I the only one that finds Dakota Kai incredibly unattractive? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. She's fine in the ring, but she's not exactly. Yeah. All right. But I do have thoughts about this. Okay. Take a sip of the sources because this is going to be a doozy. Throughout the calendar year, we are always told about match of the year, the best match of the year, best match, blah, 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 blah. Okay, greatest matches of all time, greatest matches of the year, of the decade, yada. But how often do we ever talk about the worst match ever? And not just because of, how it ended or the production quality. I mean, like, bad. Just a really bad wrestling match. Okay. Where I mean, like, spots are missed, botches are happening everywhere, the pacing is just skin crawling, anything like that. Okay? Horrible, horrible matches. All right? That just make you, like, you're clenching onto your chair and you're just hoping it'll end. That was Tainara versus Santana Garrett. This would be Santana Garrett's debut in NXT. Andrew saying, I follow Santana. She asked what people thought about her match, and I didn't say anything. Oh, God. Just let the GIF speak. That might be the only good thing that happened here was the knee strike to the face. Tedesco being saying a very meh match. Santana Garrett looked like she was moving in slow motion. I don't know if it was nerves or what, but this wasn't crisp. This was horrible. Garrett leading Tainara into spots. And when I say leading, like positioning arms for it to happen. Stutter stepping. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? This was bad. I mean, like, this was something that you would expect to see inside the Performance Center at a tryout or, at a workout routine inside the Performance Center. This was putrid. What was amazed more than anything else was that I didn't catch this episode of NXT until it loaded up onto the WWE Network. If I were at the WWE Network and I saw this episode and this was in my episode, I would have cut this out of my taping. Yeah. I would have cut this out of the taping. It was bad. And this is a knock on Santana Garrett. Okay? She's bad. She was really bad. She should not be on television for another 9 months. She is not ready for anything, period. She should not be on television. She shouldn't have, and if she is going to be on television, she should be a jobber. She should be squashed. She should not do any offense whatsoever. None. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, 9 months. CJ, I give it 9 months. That's how bad it looked. It looked really bad. Really, really bad. Check it out for yourself. Seriously, look it up. There are GIFs all over Twitter on Wednesday night and Thursday, and especially tweets from Hurricane Helms and Lance Storm regarding this, going, this should not have been on television. It was bad. I mean, this was Antonio Inoki, get out, bitch slap everyone involved bad. It was bad, okay? Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler with Jasmine Duke and Marina Shafir in tow. Baszler would win via the countout. Duke and Shafir would beat the crap out of her afterwards. And then now Dakota Kai is not on the team to go into War Games. So who's it going to be? It's going to be Mia Yim because she came out and started clocking everyone with kendo sticks and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what we're getting. CJ saying, yeah, he saw the match. Santana was a sheer disappointment. Doesn't matter. It was bad. We may not see her again. Who knows? Cruiserweight match. Tony Nese versus Angel Garza. Or they call him Angel. I call him Angel. Tony Nese versus Angel Garza. Whoever wins this is going to face against Lio Rush for the Cruiserweight title. You know what? The highlight of the entire show and my highlight of the entire week is Tony Nese powerbombing a pair of pants. This was the highlight of my week right here. This brought a smile to my face and made me laugh. It's great. I just love that. Power bombing a pair of pants. Oh, boy. Fun times. High risk. Always. Pants are optional. Angel Garza doing a nice little moonsault down on the... Oh, yeah. Is that a Wii? Okay, I've got to do the Wii. Okay. Angel. Wee! Angel Garza over on the top rope. Pants off. Wee! You know, good thing he's got other things on. Her stuff would be flapping in the wind. Wee! Yes, he is a very, very curvy person. Wee! He did a lot of work on... I got to really stop staring at his ass. Wee! Okay. That's enough of that. All right, that's enough of that. But Angel Garza would win this match. Lio Rush would come out to shake hands with the number one contender, and Angel is a man of integrity. Angel is a man who doesn't need the honors and the respects. Now, we went from the incredibly putrid of Santana Garrett to a complete 180 in Angel Garza. Okay? I am a humongous fan of Angel Garza. He has got a look, his facial expressions. I mean, he has got the facial expressions. I mean, he has got the arcing eyebrows, but the good smirk on his face. God, he looks like just the guy who's going to be stealing all the ladies at the bar. Yes, this is Hector Garza's kid. Yes. Is great everything. Okay, like making him like Ricardo Rude. Absolutely, CJ. Ricardo Rude. The ladies love him in the studio. He's getting a lot of girls screaming. Okay, that's why I think he'll just be perfect when the main roster comes. Perfect. And he doesn't need to say anything. The man has not spoken a word, probably because he only knows Spanish. He doesn't know a lick of English, and that is fine. Everything else, his mannerisms, his facial expressions, nonverbal cues, everything else speak volumes. He doesn't need to say a word. And he doesn't need to have a mouthpiece either. He doesn't need to have a manager. If he ever did, it would probably be Zelina Vega. Is probably what happened. And that could lead to other things, Doug. Your fantasy booking. Well, yeah. I'm getting there. But I could definitely see him going to the main roster and having Zelina Vega in tow. You know, see something like that. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Dominic Dijakovic. I really have a problem with Dominic Dijakovic's name. It's hard to pronounce. A rule in wrestling, okay? Your names have to be short, easy to say. Period. The most syllables you can have in either your first name or last name are 2. That's it. 2 syllables is all you get. And it'll work. I don't know if I can name an incredibly successful performer that had used a name, a first and a last name, but either the first or last name had more than 2 syllables and they were prominent. Okay? DiBiase, maybe? That's 1. But I'm trying to think of others. Maybe you guys can help out in the chat room. First or last names, more than 2 syllables that were actually successful. Clinton Guerrero. Okay, Guerrero. Guerrero, absolutely. Mysterio. But you see how they're easy to pronounce, though? Dijakovic. 4 vowels we've got to try to sort through in this name. Oh, boy. Even Morrow tries to call him Double D. I don't know about that. Geez, we got to find something different. There's got to be a new name for him. Something different. He'll unveil it or something like that. Who knows? But he would win. He would beat Swerve Scott. So there you go. The OC, we got our 6-man tag of the Orange County versus Riddle, Lee, and Tomato Chomper. But first off, AJ Styles, okay, is that a we? Do I have to do we on this? Yeah, I guess I do. AJ Styles going up top, wee, doing a forearm right into Matt Riddle, and he's going to go, wee, Tomato Chopper, totally missing that. That's what friends are for, wee. Okay, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the wee on that one. Not at all. But during the match, Finn Balor would come out, totally distract everybody. Totally distract everyone. Let me see. Ciampa knees styling. Finn Balor's music hits. He comes out. He hits Matt Riddle with the 1916 on the floor. AJ smiling back at Balor. Balor signals back at him. AJ goes for the Styles Clash, but Cole super kicks him, and we got a no contest. Cole then hits Tomato Chomper with the last shot, and now we get Adam Cole and Finn Balor staring at each other for titles, I guess. Very, very fun show. What did everyone think about it? 90% gave NXT a thumbs up, and NXT always gets high marks because no one watches NXT. There's also another show that absolutely no one watches, but is now the new flagship of the WWE because money. Because that's just how it is. Staring at each other lovingly. That's what they were doing. Yep, Cole and Balor staring at each other with beautiful nothings going through their minds. Let's just get... it was a pre-taped episode of Smackdown that I ended up recapping because, yeah. So there you go. There's something about pre-taped episodes that come out of the England from the WWE that they are the most hit or miss episodes. They either hit really well on the mark or they miss tremendously. CJ saying, ironically, the ratings went up for this match. World Series. That's kind of why. Let's just fly through them here. Karen Corbin, Corn Baron King, is in the ring talking about Roman Reigns' nuts. And they're going to have a match to end the show. New Day, Kingston, and Big E wearing XW armbands because their boy is hurt. They're going after the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Revival. That's right. That's what they're doing. The Revival versus the New Day. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Very short match from what it could have been. The New Day Revival can have way longer matches. But this one was not, unless it was much longer, and thanks to the power of pre-taping, you shorten it down. But Kofi doing everything in his power to try to win this title. He is going to go off the ropes. Oh, God, here we go. Whee! That is definitely Wee-worthy. No, I can't have the audio playing on that. Okay, but it's a video because I just got to keep playing. He's just going to go whee over the top rope. No, I'm not going to do it again. But we have the assist coming on through a lot of tag team shenanigans. Oh, crap. Wilder's propped up for the TIP. Kingston would get the pin. Your winners and new 7-time 7-time tag team champions Big E and Kofi of done New Day. Yeah. So, yeah. Did you really think you were going to get the revival in the little 3-way tag team match at Survivor Series? No. Come on. Of course it was going to be the New Day versus the Viking Raiders versus Undisputed Era. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're going to have what else are we doing here? Daniel Bryan's walking backstage. Sami Zayn is inviting him to come over to ringside for watching a tag team match where his boy, Shinsuke Nakamura, who is the Intercontinental Champion. Did you know that? I totally forgot that Shinsuke Nakamura was the Intercontinental Champion. Hey, Lewis James, wee! Hi there. Yeah, totally forgot about that. Just as much as I forgot that AJ Styles was the United States Champion. Oh, I bet you that just drives people crazy. Whenever AJ Styles or Nakamura show up on the television, they go, no, they got a title and they've never fought for it. I love it when that stuff happens. But yeah, Daniel Bryan is being invited by Sami Zayn to come down for a nifty little tag team match that's going to be going on between the team of Nakamura and Cesaro versus Ali and Shorty G. It sounds weird to say that. Heavy Machinery is making their wing for a match, but then out of nowhere, here comes Imperium. This was the only reason I was excited to cover SmackDown. Because all of Imperium. Because Walter is in there. Walter is in there. There he is, just calling out the troops, telling them to beat them up. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. That is the only reason I watch SmackDown. And also, guys, on the news, we've got the spoilers for Monday Night Raw coming up out of England. Spoilers for Monday Night Raw that will be airing tomorrow. I am very excited about it. If you don't want to know what's happening on it, just mute your microphone, or I don't think there's going to be a way to avoid it. Okay? But there's going to be spoilers tonight. Just filling you in, but they're good. Okay? They're very good. They're be happy. Okay? Don't be angry that you know what's going to happen. The tag team match of Nakamura and Cesaro, yeah, whatever. Stuff happened. Nakamura and Cesaro would win. Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross. Sasha Banks is off the injury list. Now, I think she bruised her tailbone and was out for a good 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. She was still on TV, but, yeah. But Bayley is sitting at ringside for Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross. Sasha Banks would win via the Banks statement. So there you go. Who cares? Zayn is still trying to talk sense into Daniel Bryan to say, hey, come on, dude, what the hell? And Bray Wyatt is going to be attacking Daniel Bryan. Why? Because he can. Are we sure that's Bray Wyatt? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Bray Wyatt. Okay, video package of the Tyson Fury is there. Tyson Fury then shows up. He's happy to be home. Then the Braun Strowman comes out. They make amends. B-Team comes out. We're stupid enough to fight you. Yeah. So I'm really glad this Tyson Fury shit's over with. I really hope it is. I really, really hope this Tyson Fury shit is over with. Tag team match of the Vagina Persuasion, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose versus Dana Brooke and Carmella. It's not often you get to see a Dana Brooke in the ring performing, but it's also not often you get to see Sonya Deville in the ring performing either, okay? Every time that we've really been seeing Deville, she's at ringside for a Mandy Rose match or otherwise. I'm more excited for seeing her in the ring. It's needed right now. Dana Brooke performing? Absolutely, because she can do cartwheels and backflips and things. She's a fun act, too. They just got to be given really a chance to do something in the ring, I guess is the only thing. It's not really building a character. It's just give them time in the ring at least. And I think they did well. I think it was very, very fun. Dana Brooke and Carmella would get the win in that tag match. What are my sources? Lewis James is asking. Once again, it is sun-kissed orange soda and vodka. Yes, King Corbin is making a King Bourbon making his way to the ring for his match against Roman Reigns. This is the main event. What in the hell are Ziggler and Rude doing there? It don't matter. They're just going to interfere in crap. Oh God, what the hell was that supposed to be, Roman? Oh boy. But in the end, everyone is interfering. Roman would take out the interference. He would take care of the spears, using the spears. But then in the end, King Bourbon would get the end of days on him and win the match. So there you go. And Mella is money. Absolutely, Bashoon. I totally agree with you. Mella is great also. Carmella is great. What did everyone think of SmackDown? 65% gave it a thumbs down. That's because they just read the spoilers and didn't watch the show. It really wasn't that big of a show, to tell you the truth. It was very hit or miss. No, actually, when it comes to, again, the British shows, you either miss wildly or hit right on target. This one missed wildly. So, there you go. Yeah, people actually thought the show was bad. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. I've seen better, but I'm not giving a thumbs in the middle. We don't do that. Nah, it wasn't that good. Let's be honest. All right. Just gonna kind of bet Doug loved all the Canadian destroyers on the AOD. You know. So you want to know my thoughts? Let's just do that. First off, my thoughts on AEW for the week. So Wednesday, we had the go-home show for AEW's Full Gear. And everyone, I think everyone, like, let me see. I'm trying to think of a really good analogy for something involving masturbation and Cody Rhodes' promo that he gave last Wednesday. Because that's all I saw on the Twitter Wednesday and Thursday was everyone proclaiming that Cody Rhodes gave the promo of the year. The internet lost their shit on Wednesday night, and then they lost all their shit again last night. Why? Well, I haven't watched Full Gear. I have not looked at the results. I've tried to steer clear of the Twitters and everywhere to see GIFs and stuff of it. I've tried my damnedest. I think the only stuff that I've seen anything involving AEW Full Gear was a picture of Renee and Goose on our Facebook page, and that's about it. Lewis James asking, I'm a huge mark for Riho. Does that make me wired, Doug? I don't know if it'll make you wired. You need to define what a huge mark is. If you enjoy her, she's 95 pounds. If you find her attractive, you do you. Roll Tide, okay? But Xantrix puts it very well. You may be bound for jail if you find that kind of figure attractive. But that's okay. That's as long as you understand the boundaries and understand what's legal and not, then you're fine. Okay. You're a fan of her work and heart. Okay, well that's cool. Okay, be a fan of it. I'm not gonna judge you. I'll let others do that who are less mature. You like you know. You like whatever the hell you like. It's one of the mottos we have on this show. You know, fuck your shit. Fun things are fun. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't like something. I'm not that person. I could have been that person. I might have been that person a long time ago, but no, now I'm a little more mature. And I know you guys just do whatever the fuck you want out there. As long as you're not on my lawn, I don't care. The only thing I really want to touch on when it comes to AEW is Britt Baker wrestled with the flu during the Full Gear pay-per-view pre-show. Why? She didn't really need to. Don't exactly know. And she was the one that said it on the Twitter. Beat the bitch, no time to beat the flu. Good night, folks. Okay. Sure. I don't know. Whatever. All I know is that the Full Gear results. Let me just go on to the quick results if we have any here. No, we don't. Okay, good, because I really don't want to mention them. I have not watched Full Gear, but again, I am thinking of sometime having a watching party of the Full Gear Persuasion on the Twitch sometime. If you would like to, if you are interested in such, just hold your horses and that might happen. And I still have Double or Nothing to watch. I have yet to watch that. But I got everyone saying that this was a fantastic match. There's nothing wrong. It's a fantastic, fantastic pay-per-view, the best pay-per-view of the year. I have got to watch it. Okay, fine. Saw pictures of the stage. It reminded me of the Metal Man stage from Mega Man 2. So we'll just go and put it that way. Okay. I'm trying not to really dwell on AEW right now. I did not watch the latest episode of NWA Power, and I know that I should. Because NWA Power is, to me, the most entertaining show and the most refreshing show to watch when it comes to pro wrestling. So, I got to watch that. More talk about all this wrestling that's happening and some of us not having time to watch it and, quite frankly, may not have the patience for it. Sorry. Just may not have the patience for it, you know? It's exhausting, especially for those of us that work in the media and are meant to review and talk about it and everything. Oh, boy. And if you got a full-time job on top of that, potential loved ones to pay attention to, all right. All right. Enough bitching, enough complaining. It's now time to bitch and complain about the news. All right, avert your eyes, stick your fingers in your ears, do whatever the hell you can, because I am about to spoil Monday Night Raw for Monday. Bring it up on the sources. I got to fill them up, too, because these are happy sources. Not only happy sources, these are happy spoilers, too. I am really looking forward to this episode of Monday Night Raw. It is going to be incredibly fun. Don't believe me? Well, you have patience. Because I'm filling up my... There goes the shot of the vodka. We're filling up... Doug, that's a weird combination of Sunkist and vodka. It's orange soda and vodka. It's a carbonated screwdriver. What do you want? All right. Here we go. Spoilers. Kabuki Warriors defeat Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch when Bayley's going to interfere, and Shayna Baszler was there too. Drew McIntyre squashing Sin Cara. R-Truth had a no contest with the Singh brothers for the WWE, the 24/7 title. Seth Rollins versus Walter. Seth Rollins versus Walter. I can't wait. Seth Rollins versus Walter. But Imperium would interfere, causing a DQ, which leads us into a Teddy Long special 8-man tag of Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the Street Profits versus all of Imperium. Yes! You're telling me I get Walter, but this time I get Marcel Bartel as well? Oh, hell yes! Oh, this is going to be a fun episode of Raw. All right. Andrade versus Cedric Alexander. That's going to be a fun little critter match. Lana announces that she's pregnant by Rusev. And Rusev admits that he's a sex addict, and then he's laid out by Bobby Lashley. Look, I didn't say, oh, God, that was a lot of vodka. I didn't say the whole show was great. Okay, there are some bad ones. Eric Rowan is going to squash some local guy. The Viking Raiders are going to squash a tag team known as the South Wales Subculture. Okay. And finally, you would have Humberto Carrillo, Ricochet, and Randy Orton defeating the Orange County. Wait a minute. Randall Orton RKO'd Ricochet not long ago. But now he's teaming up with... Okay, I'm sure it'll be all explained in the episode of Raw. I'm sure it'll be all just be explained. We don't know of any promos that are going on. All we know is that one stupid baby in a belly promo. That's all. But look, don't say WTF. Don't be like me right now and going, wait, huh? What's going on? Look, I'm sure it'll all be explained in the show. Okay? It's what happens when you read spoilers and they just give you match results. Okay? They don't tell you why things happen. Okay? But Seth Rollins and Walter. Okay. All right. New hires into the WWE Performance Center is in the form of Christopher Guy. PW Insider reported this last week during our show last Sunday, that he was hired last month by the WWE as a coach for the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Christopher Guy is also known as Ace Steel. He's 46 years old. He trained CM Punk and Colt Cabana, and he also worked for the WWE from 04 to 07. First appeared on September the 27th, 04 episode of Monday Night Raw using the name of Scott Colton as an inside joke. During the episode, January 8th of 07 episode of Raw, he portrayed Donald Trump in an intergender match against Kylie McLean, who portrayed Rosie O'Donnell. He was signed to a developmental contract. He would be in Deep South Wrestling in February of 07. He's also spent time with Pro Wrestling Noah, TNA Impact, and the World League of Wrestling, and Ring of Honor. Okay. Sounds a grizzled veteran now in the Performance Center. Sounds good to me. No problem there. Randy Orton confirmed that he has signed a multi-year extension with the WWE. This was reported last Tuesday. Orton sent out a tweet stating that this is a 5-year extension. It is not known how much money he's going to be making, but who the hell cares? It put an end to any speculation that, brace yourself for this one. Brace yourself for this one, kids. This puts an end to any speculation that Orton is looking to leave the WWE at the end of his contract, which was originally set to expire in the summer of 2020. In recent weeks, Randy Orton was hinting online at leaving the company. Orton took a picture in front of an elite-level sign at a hotel and tagged AEW champion Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes in the post. I saw numerous professional wrestling Twitter handles, news site Twitter handles, rolling with this one. They were rolling. Man, they were in full force, just grinding pebbles trying to pave a highway on this thing. Man, Jesus Christ, really? Lewis James asking, when was the last time you watched Impact, Doug? not speak of those words. Okay? Please. I don't want to relapse right now. Okay. Look, I can't remember the last time I watched that putrid company. I really don't. They're always known as TNA to me. They're always known as TNA. This is another fantastic. No, you're all right, Lewis. You're okay. You're okay. Last Monday. Oh, I loved seeing this. Last Monday, reported that the WWE and the Saudi General Entertainment Authority announced a partnership expansion. The expansion of the partnership, which now runs through 2027, will include a second annual large-scale event. The WWE has been running 2 events per year in South Dakota since 2018. So now we are officially going to be getting 2 South Dakota events a year for the next 8 years. Still got another one coming up, I think. I believe. We have got 16 of these South Dakota events to look forward to. 16. I put it to you right now. If we're going to have 16 of these South Dakota events, what are going to be the greatest or bestest things that they're going to do on these events? Like, how many of these are we going to have? Man. CJO, by the way, Peyton Royce's birthday was today. That's right. Check out her Twitter handle. There's a fantastic video of her and Billy Kay going around asking people what's so special about November the 10th. It was fantastic stuff. The extra most bestest battle royal. Well, it can't be anything vagina related. Largest cruiserweight battle royal. The largest midget battle royal. It's going to be a lot of stupid stuff, okay? Or maybe they'll just keep doing tournaments and stuff and crown new champions and stuff like that. I think that's probably what they're going to start doing. Yes, also last Monday, the WWE announced 4 new recruits that started training at the Performance Center. These recruits are, and let's start it off with the big one, Scarlet Bordeaux. Going by her given name is Elizabeth Chihaya. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Elizabeth Chihaya. Bordeaux has been wrestling for years in many different companies. She's best known for being part of AAA, sometime in TNA, Ring of Honor, and Ohio Valley. Right now, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what they got planned with her. I hope she turns out real good. Shotzi Blackheart. Blackheart has been wrestling with Evolve. She participated in their 10th anniversary show that was on the WWE Network last July. Blackheart introduced. She's being introduced by her name, Ashley Urbanski. Yep, she was given the contract at Evolve last month. Samantha DeMartine, better known as Indy Hartwell from Australia, is a 22-year-old independent wrestler. She cites Bayley and Sasha Banks as their influences that got her into the biz. She's done some work with Shimmer. And finally, Stefan Smith. Smith has been signed on as a referee. Smith started off as an in-ring performer before transitioning to the referee role, graduated from Ohio Valley Wrestling, and he's been refereeing in Evolve. That's what I really like hearing, okay? Yes, 3 great new female talents, that's great, okay? But a referee signing, okay? I love that, okay? Just announcing that you have a new referee or maybe a new announcer when you announce that kind of stuff at your performance center. That's cool, okay? This sip is going to be really tough. I've been seeing the alcohol in the soda separate itself. You were asking me, Doug, when's the last time you watched TNA? When's the last time you watched Impact? Oh, Jama! Wee! Hi, Jama. Well, Doug, I guess the reason we're asking you when was the last time you watched TNA is because they are looking to make history with the first ever female wrestler challenging for the world title. TNA released a press statement announcing that Tessa Blanchard will be challenging Sami Callihan for the TNA world title at the Hard to Kill event on Sunday, January the 12th. A 2-month build. Whoa. Impact is touting the fact that this is the first time a female will challenge a male for the top championship on a major pay-per-view event. Oh boy. 2-month build. 8 weeks. Right now, I've got to tell you right now, it will be a great build. It will be a great build. And TNA is doing everything they can right now to get noticed. And of all the people to be a world champion and lose the title, and it be the right person to lose the title, and it be incredibly entertaining in that company with what they have right now, it is Callihan. If TNA Impact is trying to get back on the map and get noticed, they'll have Tessa win the world championship. I see it happening. I definitely see that happening. I'm not locking it, but I definitely see that happening. If they want to get noticed, that's the way to get noticed. They're trying. They're trying. They're really, really trying. Oh, boy. It really makes you scratch your head, though. Yeah. They're just plugging along is all they're doing. Reported back on yesterday that the Raw taping in Sioux City, Iowa was canceled. And that the Wells Fargo Arena is announcing a double Raw taping. The Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa has recently issued a statement on their Facebook announcing that the WWE Monday Night TV tapings scheduled for Tuesday, December the 17th have been canceled. Reason for the cancellation was a scheduling conflict, which means the Tyson Event Center has indicated that they can get a refund. Okay, but now the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa, has announced that they are hosting 2 episodes of Monday Night Raw on December 16th of Monday. So get this. So that's what they're doing. On Monday night, December 16th, they're taping 2 episodes of Monday Night Raw. But they're both going to be pre-taped. So December the 16th episode of Monday Night Raw is going to be happening at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon to do all the tapings. Lewis, talk to you later. Oh, you're going to watch Goldfinger. I can't compete with that. Whee! So, yeah, there it is. Wells Fargo Arena noted the event start time will be 5:45. Doors opening at 4:15. God, that's rough. That's going to be a rough show. There's going to be an intermission between the two, but oh God. Ugh. But it reminds me of when I used to see, when I went to Fayetteville, over to Fayetteville to see the TNA tapings about 6 or 7 years ago, 9 years ago, back when it was Doug in the Tux. Remember that? They did 2 tapings of TNA Impact at that. There was no intermission. It was just nonstop. Bam, 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 bam. The crowd was spent. They couldn't handle it. Ugh. Kit, if you're coming to the chat room, you know how you're... There you go. That's how you introduce yourself. Whee! That's how you do it, Kit. Finally, on the news front, last night, During Saturday night's Evolve 139 event in Queens, New York, Matt Sydal abruptly left his match against Leon Ruff, and it looked like after suffering an apparent injury. We're not sure what, though. We've been trying to get in touch to find out. Evolve founder Gabe Sapolsky was tweeting last night saying that Matt Sydal receiving treatment in the back. He's going to be okay. They say he just basically took the pin, bolted out of the ring, rolled out of the ring quickly, and went to the back. It seems to be something back-related or spine-related. Who knows? It was not good, is what it sounds like. So, yeah. This one, I'm trying to figure out what it was, and I haven't seen any footage to see what happened in this match. But just hope he turns out okay. I just hope everything turns out okay for Sydal. I was really curious to see an Evan Bourne reclamation project go on in NXT. You know, I was really, really curious to see that. News on the injury fronts. Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan is undergoing his 245th back surgery. He tweeted, he's told Sports Illustrated in an interview, "I'm going in for another back surgery this Tuesday. They're going to fuse 6 levels together, so we'll see how I feel after that." Poor guy. He's going to be in a wheelchair soon. Seriously, Hulk Hogan is going to be in a wheelchair soon. It's going to happen. More news on the injury front. Alexa Bliss suffered a minor shoulder injury, but she's expected to come back to the ring soon. This answers a lot of questions about why we haven't seen her since her match alongside Nikki Cross, where they defended their tag team titles against Sane and Asuka. I believe it was at Hell in a Cell. So we haven't seen them since then. I mean, haven't seen Alexa Bliss since then. So many reports going around that she was having major shoulder surgery. She's going to be out for a long time. She quickly got on the Twitter and debunked Ringside News and everyone else you could think of. She is in tune with what's happening out there on the internet, okay? She will call everyone out on their BS, okay? God, love her for doing that, okay? And WWE further confirmed on their show Backstage that is the case. It's just a minor shoulder injury. She's expected to be back. When? I'm going to clock her in at Survivor Series. I think that's fair. Right. Finally, the reason I bring up this report from Wednesday is because it involves Cain Velasquez. We have not seen Cain Velasquez since the Crown Royal match with him versus Bork Laser, okay? Reports went around that he had signed a multi-year contract, as confirmed by the WWE. That's what they said. He signed a multi-year deal. But I have yet to see his face on the WWE main roster. If you've signed a multi-year deal, a major contract, and you just had a major match against your, let's face it, your number one star, I would imagine you would be immediately on the main roster page for everyone to see. It's not the case. We have yet to see Cain Velasquez's mug on the WWE main roster. And so this report comes out that he was replaced on the WWE Super Show card in Mexico City, slated for November the 30th. It was advertised that he was to team with Rey Mysterio at this event, but he has been pulled from his scheduled match. But he's still going to make an appearance, but he's not going to be in the match. There's no word on why Velasquez was taken out. Rey Mysterio is instead going to be teaming with Humberto Carrillo to take on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Velasquez will again be appearing at the event, but he's not wrestling. Here's the card for the November the 30th Super Show. We have Bray Wyatt, El Demonio, facing The Miz. for the Universal Championship. November the 30th. After Survivor Series. Why aren't people running with this? Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Roman Reigns versus King Corbin again. Kabuki Warriors versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair again. Yeah, The Miz. Yeah. Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States title. There's the Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. The New Day versus the Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And then, Bobby Lashley versus Rusev with Lana in tow with Bobby Lashley. The Miz versus Bray Wyatt? Yes, I know. Card subject to change. I totally get it, okay? But why isn't anyone rolling with that? Seriously, why isn't anyone rolling with that? You know, when everyone, it always happens, doesn't it? Whenever commercials air for a show that's coming up in your town, and they see what the main event is, they report it and go bonkers. Oh, they're going to keep the title. Oh, no, this is the new program. Blah, 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 blah. CJ getting the kick up. The Miz versus El Demonio. El Demonio. The Fiend. That is Spanish for the Fiend. The Miz versus the Fiend. Just think about that a little bit. Let's go look at the injury list. Nia Jax has got a perm after she had reparative surgery on both of her ACLs in her knees. She is slated to come back for the Royal Rumble. Jeff Hardy, when he is not passed out drunk in a stairwell in Myrtle Beach or drunk driving throughout the highways of my great state of North Carolina, he's trying to recuperate from knee surgery, and I don't know if this fucker is ever coming back. Ruby Riot, she had reparative bilateral surgery on both shoulders. She's slated to come back for the Royal Rumble. Lars Sullivan, ACL and MCL surgery combined, confirmed. He is not due back until WrestleMania. Jinder Mahal, ruptured patella. He is due back in WrestleMania times. Samoa Joe with a broken thumb. He should be due for Survivor Series times. We'll see him make some appearances on Raw in 2 weeks' time. Xavier Woods, Achilles surgery for Achilles stress. He says it's going to be for a long time. I thought to have him in TLC, but if he's saying it's a long time, I'll take Woods' word on that. I don't see Xavier Woods coming back until SummerSlam of next year. And finally, Alexa Bliss with some shoulder stress or tendonitis of some kind. She'll be back in time for Survivor Series. That's not a problem. But, so those are the people that are hurt. What about the people who aren't hurt? What about the people who are perfectly healthy? What about the people who haven't been on WWE television or pay-per-view for, say, 3 weeks? They end up on a very special list, a very small list. It's very, very small. We have seen lists like this nearly approach 30. Not the case this time. We are close to double digits, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Milk Carton. Oh, I am no longer 2% or 1%. I am really fucking skim. Skim milk. I keep trying new things with that graphic. I really do. With the the walking, smiling milk carton, I really try it. All right. Elias, we have not seen him since September the 24th when he appeared on the Jumbo Titantron after Shorty G's match with Mike Kanellis on SmackDown and made fun of how Chad Gable was short. But now Gable has embraced that he's short, so why the fuck should we even care about what Elias said? The line was that Elias had a broken ankle. I'm not buying it. He needed some time off. So he's on vacation. Ember Moon. Have not seen her since September the 24th when she was involved in a Scooby-Doo chase segment for the 24/7 title after Carmella won it. It's about time we ship her back to NXT. This is going to be happening. I have no doubt about it. This is going to happen. EC3, haven't seen him on TV since September 23rd episode of Monday Night Raw where he was squashed by Rusev. Should he go back to NXT? Sure. He wasn't even there long. He wasn't even there for maybe 5 or 6 months. Send him back. Sure. Oh, Shifty's in the chat room. Whee! Okay. Sarah Logan, we haven't seen her since the September 23rd episode of Monday Night Raw, where she was also chasing for the 24/7 title. She's doing stuff on Main Event. No problems there. Nothing to worry about there. Tamina, haven't seen her since that same episode of September 23rd episode of Raw, where she was chasing after for the 24/7 title. Matt Hardy, haven't seen him since September the 10th episode of Smackdown, where he and Apollo Crews were backstage talking with Chad Gable, and then Shane McMahon came up, and Chad was like, hey, dude, who am I facing in this King of the Ring tournament? And Shane goes, oh, yeah, you're facing me because Elias has a broken ankle and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Matt Hardy's back at home, having fun with his family, doing really fun videos on the Twitter. No Judgy McJudgerson here. Judgy McJudgerson on the Usos, though. Haven't seen them since July the 29th when they were involved in a triple threat tag team match on Monday Night Raw to determine the Raw Tag Team Championship between them, Revival, and Orange County. Orange County would end up winning those titles. Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to these guys. Either if one of them is not getting video game swag and the other one is drunk driving through the streets and highways of Florida. They weren't even invited to go to South Dakota for the tag team turmoil match. That's how bad things are right now for the Usos. They need to get their shit together. I have more faith that they might get their shit together than Brother Nero ever does here in my backyard. Naomi, haven't seen her since the July 22nd episode of Monday Night Raw, which was the Raw reunion show. No Judgy McJudgerson here, even though she's married to the Uso that loves drunk driving. She's been on bereavement leave, a loss in the family, or I believe whether it's a sister or a cousin, I'm not sure, but she's been gone. She has been making scheduled appearances for autograph signings. She's been appearing at conferences. She's been appearing at all kinds of stuff for, anti-bullying campaigns or, child enrichment stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She is good to go. You might see her returning very, very soon. Liv Morgan, have not seen her since the July 16th episode of SmackDown where she was defeated by Charlotte and then grabbed a mic and said that she needs to leave to be more real. Honey, we're getting close to 4 months here. How long does it take you? How long does it take to find the real you? This is very California of you. Sheamus. Have not seen Sheamus since April the 9th. The post-WrestleMania episode of SmackDown where he was involved in a 6-man tag team match. It was him and Cesaro and... Oh, God, my brain hurts. I can't think that far back. Diagnosed with spinal stenosis. He is going to be on his last He's right now just riding out his contract. He is in Europe right now. He's back home in Ireland. He's been doing Celtic workout videos and doing a lot of promotional Liverpool soccer videos. So, no, he's just riding out his contract. That's all he's doing right now. The Ascension have not seen them since WrestleMania, where they took part in the Ender the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Ship them back to NXT, please. I love their theme song. I think they're great. They can be a good comedy act if you just let them, you know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Primo Cologne. Have not seen him since the March 26th episode of Smackdown, where he was involved with Sanity and a bunch of security personnel to separate Shane McMahon and The Miz before they had their little shindig at WrestleMania. I am more concerned about him than anyone else because there's hardly any feed from him when it comes to social media. No activity from him whatsoever on the social media for well over a year. So the way it looks, he's probably back home in Puerto Rico, helping out his father's promotion, the World Wrestling Council, which leads to the stalwart of the WWE Milk Carton. We are 8 days away from something magical happening. 8 days away from history. I don't think this has ever happened. I really don't think this has ever happened with accordance to the WWE main roster. Okay? I am not reading your rumor, Shifty. No, stop it. 8 days until something incredibly magical happens. The only way that this can keep from happening is that he appears on SmackDown next Friday, and that's it. Or else he just magically appears on Monday Night Raw or NXT, okay? This week is the last week. Is the last week that he has to get off the milk carton. I give to you, it will forever be known in his name. The WWE Milk Carton will now be called the Epico Cologne Milk Carton. We have not seen him since Survivor Series of last year, November the 18th of last year, where he took part in the Raw vs. SmackDown Tag Team Elimination match on the pre-show for Survivor Series. This is amazing. No, this seriously is amazing. Look, it would not shock me if it happened on TNA's website, okay? It happened on TNA's website, okay? I covered it on my podcast 3R way back in the day, where Shark Boy was on the TNA main roster page for 3 years and never performed in 3 years. They had the Dudley Boys on their roster page after they had left the company. So, this is something magical. This is something very, very magical. So, I can't wait. I've got to come up with graphics. I need stuff. Anyone else out there who is far younger than me and is better at one of these things? You want to rig me up some stuff to show off on here when Epico Cologne becomes the milk carton is named after him. Do stuff. Do stuff. You're way better at it than I am. I'm an old fart. Okay? All right. That's enough of the milk carton. Okay. I'm going to put some more soda in my drink. All right. Because now we get to this part. The Epico Cologne Milk Carton. That's right, Jamel. The Epico Cologne Milk Carton. Well, I'm still going to call it the WWE Milk Carton, broadcasting out to the Twitter and the WWE and the Facebook. I cannot ever recall a time ever as a professional wrestling fan, the kind of time that we are in right now. I'll try to, I think I can better explain if I just change the screen and not be distracted by this beautiful gentleman that's going to have an intangible carton named after him. So let's just move on here. So, the only other time that I can ever think of feeling like this as a professional wrestling fan and kind of being joyful is probably around 1997, 96, 97. I'm a high schooler. I'm about to go into college. Actually, I'm still in high school, about my junior or senior year in college. That's 96, 97. You've got WCW and the WWF. Both of them vying for control for Monday nights. You've got Thursday nights. You got Thunder and you got Smackdown. You've got like 8 hours of 8 to 9 to 10 hours of wrestling programming right there. And once again, bear in mind that during these Monday Night War times of 96 and 97, this is the beginning years of the internet. The internet has not really taken full shape here, okay? This is back when WWE had a contract with AOL. And so on AOL had a channel for the WWE. There was nothing involving WCW or anything like that on the internet. You had WWE chat rooms within AOL, and everyone being all thinking they knew a lot of stuff by saying that Cain used to be Isaac Yankem, and so many people having their minds blown because of kayfabe shit being unveiled on the internet. So, I'm taking you back to 1996 and 97, where my viewing of wrestling was as follows. You had the WWF of Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown hadn't even started yet. Now that I think about it, SmackDown was just about to start, okay? But WCW beat them to the punch with Thunder. So you had Nitro and Thunder and Raw. The syndicated shows of the WWF were slowly fading away. All-American Wrestling on the USA faded away every Sunday at noon. So that faded away. But new things were showing up on television if you had, not only cable television, but also on syndicated television. Where I lived, and when we just moved to North Carolina, I discovered later in the 90s, we had Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I got Smoky Mountain Wrestling. ECW came on 2 different stations, one on Sunday evenings, which they quickly kiboshed after a month, but also Sports South, which is now Fox Sports Carolinas, but that would air on Saturday nights at like midnight, 1 in the morning. But there was Smoky Mountain Wrestling, there was ECW, Monday Night Raw, whatever syndicated shows for the WWE came out. Oh, that was when, back in the day of Velocity, Sunday Night Heat. Yeah. So there was another 2 hours. And then from the WCW, not only did you have Nitro and Thunder, but you had WCW Saturday Night on TBS. And whatever pay-per-view would come on. What I just explained to you, I guess, or tried reminiscing, was that back in these days, before the internet, when I was a junior or senior in high school in 96 and 97, I had roughly 10 to 12 hours of professional wrestling programming that I could watch. But I had to watch it right then and there. Before DVR, before the advent of internet, before YouTube, before file sharing, before anything else. Those were the times you had to watch it. If you missed it, you were gone. You were cast into the shadow realm. You had no idea what was going on. The only thing, Daniel hit it on the head. The only thing you had was you could program your VCR. I programmed my VCR. Yeah, Shotgun Saturday Night was a late night recap show for the WWF. They also had WWF Confidential. I know that. The programming was very, not sparse, but it was kind of hard to find, but you knew what the main shows were from the WWF. And it was mainly Raw. You got Raw, and that's about it. So, there you go. I was 96. I was 17. I was 16, 17 years old. Yeah, I got my license. Got my license. 16, 17 years old. I got all the time in the world to kill. You kidding me? As a 16, 17-year-old and all of that going on? Hell yeah. Programmed my VCR. I watched it while it was happening, but still taped it so I had it all archived. I have old episodes of ECW from Sports South taped on VHS that I transferred to DVD and I dabble into occasionally. I might try to show them on here. Fast forward over 20 years right now. Here I am at 40 years old. Okay? Here I am at 40 years old. A brand new form of communication laid out for the entire globe to ingest, digest, broadcast, everything, okay? That I have actively taken a part in, and have learned in, dabbled in, try not to get sucked into, but just dabble a little bit on the outside. Yeah. Enter the internet. Enter, oh God. Are we really going to compare everything? No, we're not. But here I am, 40 years old. I'm not 16 or 17 years old with in high school and, maybe doing marching band and, one sport. And I've got free weekends where if I'm not hanging out with friends, I'm watching TV or playing video games or stuff like that. Doug, what video games were you playing? It was all Mega Man on the NES. That's all I ever played. It was that or Final Fantasy or Dragon Warrior. So, fast forward, 2019. I'm 40 years old. I have a full-time job that I'm working 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and I've got weekends off. I have a beautiful girlfriend that I love tremendously, that live with here, spend time with her, a Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior. That's what it was also, CJ. Yeah, Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior. Beautiful girlfriend. I have a great love life. I have friends that I'd love to hang out with. I have not been able to hang out with because I had a retail job, but now that I'm working full time and have weekends off, I'm going to hang out with my friends more often. So I've got a great social life going on. My family is here also in town, so I'd love to spend time with them. Oh, by the way, on top of my full-time job, I also help with my family's small business. How I was at age 16, 17, with that much programming going on from so many different federations, pre-internet, is completely different from where I am right now, how old I am right now, the situations that I'm in right now. But the biggest of them all is that I'm way more into the art form and entertainment form that I love so much. I am no longer a casual fan. I'm one who covers it. I review it. I provide opinion on it. Whether I do it effectively or not, well, that's all up to you. But I like to think that with how long that I have been doing this and been with great people and have been with, had great people who had great faith in me and being a part of Wrestleview, and I'm talking about Adam Martin, Hunter Golden. That's why I brought them up earlier in the show. Tom Van Stone, seriously, he was another big guy. The Nemmers, dude, Roy and Paul, how they can stomach me, I have no idea. Okay, but it's because of all of them that I've been brought deeper into professional wrestling than I ever thought that I could have been. If you told me when I was 16 or 17 years old that this is where I would be right now, talking about professional wrestling, oh God, the young me would have been just floored, and then would quickly ask, did we get laid? So, but the thing about right now in the professional wrestling landscape right now, Jamel saying it's funny, there are so many things and ways to watch wrestling, but nothing feels must-see. Well, no, you're right. It doesn't have that must-see feel, but I want us to kind of scale back a little bit when it comes to digesting professional wrestling. These are incredible times that we are in right now when it comes to being professional wrestling fans. We have gone now to times that make 1996 and 1997 seem obsolete. Okay? So, bear with me. I would like us to just remember how professional wrestling used to be viewed 2 months ago. 2 months ago, this is what we had on television. This is it. 2 months ago. 2 months ago. 60 days ago. This is what we had on television. We had Monday Night Raw, Monday from 8 to 11. Smackdown on Tuesday from 8 to 10. It was all condensed, put together. If you wanted to watch anything else, you'd venture on the internet on your own time. You would find it. You have no problem with it. You know, it's your own freedom to find what you wanted, being a casual wrestling fan. Okay? If you're curious about that, internet's the avenue to find it. You know? I'm only talking about other companies. I'm not just talking about the WWE. Okay? This is what we had on television. I'm talking casual, professional wrestling fan. This is what you have. Then, no, but then after that, oops. Well, let me do something here real quick. I'm just going to flip back here. There we go. Yeah, this is what happens when you drink too much and you lose your coordination here. Yeah, see what I'm going at here? So, 5 hours, 2 months ago, this is what we had. September the 15th, NXT debuts on the USA Network. So now, this is what we got. Oh, so you've added NXT. So it's just another day of wrestling. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Not a problem, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, 7 hours, I can handle that on television. I'm a casual fan. That's just another day, no problem. Enter season premiere week. September the 29th was the week to be specific. Monday Night Raw's debut with the brand new logo. Still the Mondays. But now Smackdown has moved from Tuesdays to Friday on Fox, 8 to 10. AEW has made their debut on TNT to run adjacently with NXT. So now, not only do I have 9 hours of wrestling to watch, but now we're spread out throughout the week. It's no longer Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's now Monday, a break, Wednesday, a break, Friday. So, what was 5 hours a week of wrestling, we've almost doubled. Oh, just give it a week. The week of October the 6th, when I was on vacation in California, this was what was on my plate coming in. You had Hell in a Cell, Sunday from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Then on Raw, Monday, 8 to 11. NWA Power made its debut that Tuesday from 6 to 7, but you can watch it anytime. But it's still an hour of wrestling. NXT, AEW, Wednesday at 8 to 10, adjacently to each other. Smackdown on Friday. 14 hours of casual professional wrestling viewing on October the 6th. Look at this. Okay, I really do want to count NWA Power in this because I believe they're the palate cleanser. Okay? This is my schedule. This is my schedule. If yours includes Impact, TNA Impact, if it includes New Japan, if it includes Shimmer, WoW, Stardom, DDT, whatever it is, take your pick, okay? That's fine. That's all you. I'm just showing you this is my viewing schedule. This was my viewing schedule. If I was 16, 17 years old and only in high school and only had one or two extra curriculums, I can handle this. I'm 40 years old, full-time job, great romantic relationship, great social relationships, and a great family relationship. 14 hours in 1 week of watching wrestling? I don't know. That was that week. The following weeks, this is the normal professional wrestling viewing schedule, I believe, for the casual professional wrestling fan. The casual wrestling fan. Okay? Not the one, seriously, when I say casual wrestling fan, that is a fan that's not watching this show right now. The casual professional wrestling fan is not in this chat room right now. Is not me. I try to be it, but I am not a casual wrestling fan because I have this avenue right now and this show and you guys, okay? I'm with Andrew on this saying that NWA is the palate cleanser. That's why I have this. The casual wrestling fan may not have NWA Power in this, but the casual wrestling fan is given a schedule of Monday Night Raw from 8 to 11, NXT and AEW on Wednesdays from 8 to 10 adjacently, and SmackDown on Friday from 8 to 10. Sure, they can DVR everything, but bear in mind that is still 9 to 10 hours of professional wrestling consumption a week. A week. Back during the Monday Night Wars, we didn't have this. We didn't have this much. Remember when Adam Martin and myself would, bicker and complain about how much content was on the WWE network and how much they were trying to sell? This is worse, okay? You think this is this is the regular schedule now, but oh wait, there's more. On the week of October the 28th, not only did we have the regular viewing of Raw, Power, AEW, NXT, and SmackDown, throw Crown Jewel in there on a Thursday afternoon. "14 hours of viewing. Look at it. Crown Jewel on a Thursday? If you're a high schooler, that sucks. But you got the WWE Network. You're going to watch it anyway, right? So you, professional wrestling fan, you're going to watch 14 hours of wrestling again on that week. You're going to miss some of it. You're going to dial back on some of it, right? But wait a minute. What about last week? Raw. Power. 2 hours adjacently on Wednesday. SmackDown on Friday. Full Gear last night. Another 14 hours of viewing. 14 hours the week before. Another 14 last week. If you are a casual viewing fan like me, this was your schedule. This is what you had, okay? Am I complaining? No, not necessarily, but it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things out there, and you'll get left in the dark. You want to maintain it. You want to maintain it. You like it, okay? You really do like all this stuff, okay? There's no like, well, I'm going to sacrifice WWE so I can watch more AEW. Oh, I'm going to sacrifice, power to watch the WWE. No. There's no sacrificing here. There is no I'm choosing one over the other. It is, this is what you want to watch. Okay? We can make and I see you guys doing it in the chat room, trying to make analogies like HBO Max and Showtime and so. There are no analogies for this. The only kind of analogy you can make of is being a sports fan. And what I mean by sports fan is being a fan of a sport, not a certain team. Look, I'm a Cleveland Indians baseball fan. I try my hardest to listen to every game, but there's sometimes I can miss a game. But let's say that you're a fan of football. You're a fan of professional football. You got Sundays where you can choose any game at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, 4 o'clock on a Sunday. You might watch the Sunday night game, but you probably will. So there's your main consumption on the weekend that you're not working. Monday Night Football, you may not watch. You may, but it's usually not a very good game, so you might skip that. Thursday Night Football, it's kind of hit or miss. Of those 5 viewing times, you can give or take 1 or 2 of those and still consider yourself a fan in the know. We've got 5 shows over here for professional wrestling. Can you sacrifice those and still think that you are in the know? You could sacrifice NWA Power and AEW, but you've got some friends that are watching 1 or 2 or both of those shows, and you kind of want to be in the conversation. You could sacrifice NXT and Smackdown maybe, but no, NXT has got the up-and-comers, and who knows who may show up. Finn Balor showed up on NXT not long ago. Smackdown just debuted on Fox. That's the new stalwart for WWE. You can't do that. And Monday Night Raw is Monday Night Raw, okay? These 5 shows, you can't sacrifice if you're a casual wrestling fan because they balance each other out, but their scheduling is atrocious. NWA Power, we can watch at our own pace. It's live. It live streams every Tuesday night on 6 o'clock on YouTube. After that, you can watch it whenever the hell you want. That's what's great about it. It's immediate that you can watch it whenever you want. That's the downfall of every other show. All these other shows, you have to DVR and watch at your own pace. But what if you don't have a DVR? You're fucked. NXT, this last week's episode of NXT, thankfully was uploaded the following Friday. I almost missed last week's episode of NXT because it did not upload quick enough. Okay? SmackDown shows up on Fox Now, CJ brings up. It also shows up on Hulu alongside Monday Night Raw. They show up on Hulu within 1 or 2 days' time. AEW is nowhere. This is the only time you can watch it, is when it's on that time. They used to rebroadcast it at 10 o'clock following that, but now they've put movies on there so that to place more emphasis and priority on it so that you won't watch NXT. Same thing with NXT. They aren't rebroadcasting. So you got to make a choice now. So, apart from Full Gear, let me go back. There we go. No, back further. This is the normal viewing schedule for a casual professional wrestling fan. And I consider myself a casual professional wrestling fan. Not complaining. This is what we got. Prepare yourselves. Okay? The worst is yet to come. Take a swig. We're going to need this. in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Survivor Series weekend. Monday Night Raw on November the 18th for 3 hours. NWA Power on the 19th for an hour. NXT and AEW on the 20th, running adjacently, 8 to 10 o'clock. Friday Night Smackdown on Friday, 8 to 10 o'clock. NXT War Games, Saturday, November the 23rd from 7 to 10. And then November the 24th, Survivor Series, Sunday from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock. I'm counting the pre-shows leading into the pay-per-views. War Games has a 1-hour pre-show, but Survivor Series is going to be starting at 7 with a pre-show at 6. $18 hours of professional wrestling viewership for the casual fan on this week. Doug, what are you complaining about? It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. And why are you complaining about getting so much? Oh, no, I'm getting more ice cream. What am I going to do? There comes to a point to where you can only have so much ice cream. Okay? That week, or that, it's not really a week, but I mean it's November 18th to the 24th. From that Monday to the following Sunday is going to be the first grueling week within this new professional wrestling landscape that we have. The future is only going to get worse. We haven't even factored in if AEW is going to run a pay-per-view adjacently with all of this as well. They haven't announced when their next pay-per-view is going to be, but we still have Royal Rumble coming up in January and WrestleMania coming up in April. Other pay-per-views coming up in December, February, and March. But I factor in the other big two solely because of NXT's takeover shows. Because we won't see another NXT takeover show between them. That's what we're looking at. I love ice cream, don't get me wrong, but brain freeze is a bitch. This amounts to brain freeze. This much content and this much stuff can drive people away. It can. Not for the sake of that, there's so many shows and oh my gods, I've got to tune into each one. But what happens when you tune in to that one episode of any of these shows that fails to deliver after you've invested 18 hours in 1 week to enjoy it? All it takes is one show after investing that much time to help you just leave. It does. This is incredibly overwhelming. It is incredibly overwhelming now to be a casual professional wrestling fan. I don't know of any casual fan that has 18 hours in 1 week to devote live to this stuff. And it has to be live so that you partake in the conversations, that you can be part of the community, that you can be online and be in the chat groups and be on Twitter and be with your friends on Facebook. Hell, be with your friends in person. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. And the sad thing about all of this is it is not going to change. It is only going to get worse It is only going to get worse. If you don't have a DVR, get one now. If you don't have a WWE subscription, get one now. I pray that AEW finds a way to stream their content very soon. But until then, Royal Rumble may be your last pay-per-view before you come back for WrestleMania, and WrestleMania of next year, the pirate WrestleMania, the WrestleMania, that one may be your last professional wrestling show. It would not surprise me. You are going to see a lot of people, I believe, jump ship after WrestleMania. Yeah. It's just me. Because after that week of WrestleMania and the week following, where all of the creative is just spent, imagine that WrestleMania weekend and the content that we're going to get and all the shows that are going to run adjacent to it. If you take a break from professional wrestling, I don't blame you. You've got every reason to. And it has nothing to do with the content. That's going to do it for Wrestleview Weekly. I'm so sorry to leave it on such a sad, angry note. You know, it kind of reminds you of the Jeff Hardy show, but I feel like it needed to be said. Because seriously, it's a lot of shit. And I know everyone in the chat room, like Andrew, Shifty, CJ, Jamel, all of you in the chat room, like, holy crap, man, I got to get this stuff. Imagine if you're part of the media having to cover this. I enjoy it however I can, but there's a lot of it. Everyone, thank you all so much for showing up in the chat rooms. Thank you all so much for tuning in, however the hell you felt like, whether it's been live or on demand. Really appreciate it. This has really been a struggle to follow all this stuff. I think as the future progresses, I'm not going to be covering every single professional wrestling show. I just can't. I'm sorry. That's kind of what I was saying. So it's only going to be 2 or 3 of the shows that I'm going to choose to recap. Nafis, Kit, Andrew, everyone, wee! Shifty, wee! Everyone, Mashoon, wee! Thank you all so much for showing up. Oh, programming note. There will be no Wrestleview Weekly next week. I'm just saying that because not only because there's so much shit, but also, I want to have fun with my friends after having this brand new job and getting a weekend off. So I've got my friends stopping by on Sunday to kind of celebrate me getting a new job and, you know, yay, we get our Doug back. We get our drunk asshole with you. So, no, Adam Martin has not blessed me with what he's going to be doing on Survivor Series at NXT War Games just yet. But programming note, no Wrestleview Weekly next week. However, it will be returning the week following because we have got to predict Survivor Series. I might predict War Games over the Twitter and the Facebook, just to let you know. Or I might do a spontaneous one. I don't know, a spontaneous viewing. I don't know. I might do something like that. But just so you know, again, no Wrestleview Weekly next week. Returning the week following, predicting Survivor Series. That's it. That's all I got for now. Okay, having fun with friends. You guys have fun throughout the rest of the week and the weekend and all the other times. Organize yourselves. That's a lot of shit to watch. And as always, sources. Know when you're being sold to.